Okay, I'm going to begin. Los Angeles County has the largest children and family service system in America. Within this system, an overwhelming high percent of children are Black. Growing up in South Central Los Angeles, I have often gone to school with children who were in foster care. I have met many women who have open cases with DCFS. I also have met women whose children were removed from their care by DCFS. My best friend Alexis lost custody of her children to DCFS after she missed a court date. By them removing her children, she became very depressed. She began to drink alcohol as a method of coping for her. And she later died in a car crash the day, hours after her children were adopted. Having an open case with DCFS should not be a normal lifestyle event because of your race or certain demographic factors. The standard of removal needs to be adjusted to prevent unnecessarily separating families. Social workers need to be held accountable for wrongdoings. On dcfs.la.gov, the lacounty.gov, under the Resources tab, you'll find the data fact sheets. The September 2021 Children's Services Monthly Fact Sheet states that 18,740 children were in out-of-home placement. The September 2020 Child Services Monthly Fact Sheet, this was a year before, 18,454 children were in out-of-home placement. And the year before that, in September 2019, the Children's Services Monthly Fact Sheet states that 18,057 children were in out-of-home placement. I question whether cases and removals are forced on families when not necessarily needed to ensure that the funding they receive for the years to follow is the same or increased, which would ensure their employment with that agency. In a Los Angeles Times article printed July 14, 2021, written by Jacqueline Cosgrove, Holly Mitchell, the board supervisor, there's a quote that Holly Mitchell, the board supervisor, stated in a recent motion that she presented, that for decades, Black and Brown children have been substantially overrepresented in Los Angeles County children welfare system, and it's past time for us to change that. Her motion also states that any social worker can make a decision based on implicated bias, not realizing they view parents who are Black or low income as less fit. This article also had quotes from Tyrone Howard, the director of the Pritzker Center at UCLA. He stated that race should not matter. However, the gross racially disproportion we have in LA County, he questions, is race used when making these types of decisions? Earlier this year, I witnessed 4 children removed from their mother, not because of child neglect or child abuse, simply because they said she did not take her domestic violence program quick enough after being the victim of spousal abuse. In the Netflix documentary on Gabriel Fernandez, the young boy's teacher states he came to school with bruises. And after she asked him what happened, Gabriel told her his parents harmed him. The teacher states she took photos of the wounds and reported it to Children and Family Services. This child was not removed, and later he died from future incidents of child neglect and abuse. How could this be possible? When compared to the incident of removal I witnessed and personally have knowledge of, the cause of removal from the mother was because she didn't complete a 3-month program quick enough. Even more bothering is the fact that the request to take the classes was given 2 months prior. How could someone possibly complete a 3-month class in 2 months? It's not possible. Someone should have questioned the motive of the social worker. If this matter was properly looked into, they would have found out about the complaint that the mother filed, a formal complaint in writing, because the social worker made racially biased statements. A few days after the social worker was notified of the complaint, the mother lost her children. In the Los Angeles Times article written on July 14, 2021 by Jacqueline Cosgrove, Holly Mitchell, board supervisor, presented a proposal for blind removal. Blind removal is referred to as the process of removing all identifying factors from a case, such as name, address, race, and other identifying factors before presenting the case to a team of social workers to decide if removal is necessary. The article states that this process was used in Nassau County, New York, and the percent of Black children removed went from 57% to 21%. There has been lots of changes in police reform to protect citizens and penalize law enforcers who abuse their power. I would like to see these type of changes to protect families who have been victims of children and family services. In the ballot initiative section of the Attorney General's office website, it shows the steps one is to take if they want to get a law changed by legislative action. First, write a proposal. Second, submit the draft to the Attorney General's office. The next thing you want to do is initiate a petition. You want to initiate petitions are circulated to collect signatures. The fourth thing is for the signatures to be verified by the county elections office. And then the fifth thing is if the initiative is deemed qualified for ballot, then SIGs, the California voters, get to vote on your initiative. And this is how you get laws passed. I chose ballotpedia.org as my organization of choice for this project because ballotpedia.org mission is to educate. On their website, it lists that whether you're looking to run for office or if you're looking for information on how to vote or simply need the latest political news, they have resources. So if you wanted to vote on a particular or find information on a particular subject, you simply just type into the search bar on their website and all of the resources will be there. Even current initiatives that are on the ballot that you can potentially vote on. In some cases, DCFS intervention is necessary and should not be stopped. But what defense does a parent have from a worker who is simply looking to maintain their quarter? By enforcing new laws, workers' wrongdoings can be penalized and families can have protection against unnecessarily being separated. If this video touched you and you have a different understanding or a different awareness of the subject, then please look into it. Thank you. God.